I mentioned at the start of these lessons about prana and pranayama is that they eventually culminate in a state of letting go of effort from the breath. Some of the pranayama practices are intended to be with a little bit more attention and effort, whether it's a breath hold at the top or an intentional breath out at the bottom. But one specific breath technique, or shall I say state of breath, that's covered in the Yoga Sutras is something called the Kevala Kumbhaka. So the Kevala Kumbhaka is something that occurs during the state of Samadhi. So it's a state when the inhale and the exhale are spontaneously suspended. So I mentioned it occurs in parallel with Samadhi. And spontaneously suspended is a bit of a key word there. So what we just did a moment ago, where I was asking you to hold, that was something that requires a bit of effort. And if you've ever had a practice of meditation where you really kind of dropped in, you may have noticed that the breath also became very, very still. Almost to the point where we can sometimes forget if we've just finished an exhalation or just finished an inhalation. The Kevala Kumbhaka is something to where the breath becomes so effortless because the mind becomes effortless and we're not expending any effort, energy, or even attention to the breath. So it's said that pranayama is mastered when we do not have to exert the effort through the process of breathing. And I really like what BKS Iyengar has to say about this, which is pranayama means Prana Vritti Nirodha, or restraint of the breath, which is by nature unsteady. So Prana Vritti Nirodha, that we'll likely see some familiar words in there. Yoga Sutra 1.2, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. So Chitta Vritti Nirodha is the cessation of the fluctuations of the mind. And Prana Vritti Nirodha is the cessation of the modifications of our prana. When you think about what powers a thought is powered by a wave of prana. Without prana, we would have no thoughts. So when you think about releasing effort in the process of thinking, that has a flow-on effect to releasing the effort of breathing. So maybe a bit of a cart and the horse, that releasing effort with thinking leads to releasing effort of prana. But I believe this is bidirectional. By releasing the effort from regulating prana, the process of breathing, and bringing the breath and our energetic system into complete stillness can also have the flow-on effect of bringing the mind into peace, calm, stillness, and nirodha.